Hello everyone, welcome to Gamersledge. I'm one of your hosts, Mark, but today I'm a player in our Rifts Ukraine campaign, Freedom for the Borderlands, Episode 18, The Assault. And with that, I will turn it over to our DM, John. Hi, John.
Hey, how is everybody today? It's a great Rifts day. We are in the garage. Our players have just assaulted Orlov's stronghold in Donetsk, and they've fought a tank and two very large cyborgs, and lost two of their men that they brought with them, and that's where we stopped. And so with that, I'll introduce our players today. There's Daniel.
Hey folks, how's it going?
And maybe Chris. And Chris has stepped away for a moment, but trust me that some point in the evening there will be a Chris. And so with that, you guys are in a garage.
I should switch back to the map mode. Hold on one moment. There we go. Well, we had... I'm on the map that I drew of the path we were taking, not in the actual garage. I don't know if that's supposed to be that way or not.
Oh, yeah, because we were talking, you had uploaded that, so
Correct.
There we go.
Huzzah. So we had instructed everyone to reload their grenades, and this guy, which I need to zoom in to see his name because I have Boyani, is summoning the elevator and attempting to put the code in.
Yes. The lights indicate that the elevator is on the way. And so yes, so an elevator's coming.
And are there any visible cameras?
In the garage?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Then let's shoot those out.
Okay, who's shooting?
I think the easier question is, where are they?
There are two. Let me go. I'm looking at a different map, actually. Just a second. There's one here.
Okay.
And one here. There's one here that's there's one here that's pointed this way.
Okay.
There's a matching one on the other side. There's one that's looking this way and a matching one on the other side.
All right, so we'll have one take care of that one. We'll have 2 take care of that one. We'll have Artur take care of this one. Boyani will take care of the one there, and let's have Sveta take care of that one. And then we need this one to take care of the one that's over here facing up and to the left.
Okay. All right. Boom, 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 boom. No more cameras.
Fantastic. That was easy. Success, guys. Let's call it a day.
We've degraded their operations. We have destroyed their cameras. A successful campaign.
Yes.
Now to the club.
Yes, to the club. I approve this message. So yeah, I figure once that's done and everybody's reloaded their grenades, hopefully the elevator will be here. If not, then we will all form up, rank and file.
So, yeah, about the time you're done with that, reloading grenades, all of that, the elevator arrives. And so there's Forrest. There's Orist, Z-Teach, Sveta, Artur, and so the 4 of you and 5, actually 4 of you and 4 guys in armor will fit in the elevator.
Oh,
now
nice.
It's an unusually large elevator, but it's an elevator for a guy that has unusually large giant
People that
cyborgs.
work for him. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. So,
Well, in that case, then it should be Sveta, Boyani for sure, Z-Teach, Orist, Artur, and you said I could take 3 other armored guys. So let's take 2. Wait, did I put Z-Teach in front? No, I put Artur in front. Well, he shouldn't be in front. I'm just gonna do it like that. And then this guy. Oh, I can't grab that one on the far right of the screen now.
yeah, I was having trouble getting him too. Oh, well,
It's
that's
because
why.
the bennies are there. I think. Maybe if I. Nope.
Okay,
There we go.
there you go.
Perfect. Thank you. So
I
two-
couldn't grab him, but it was because I was on the map player.
So these guys will go here. These guys will form a perimeter right outside. I'm going to turn them around the other way to watch our exit until we send the elevator down for them. Those 2 and these 2. Oh, wait, we got 4, right? Yeah, 4.
What symbol is on this guy?
That's the guy with the minigun. I'm sorry, he's supposed to go with us.
What symbol is on him?
The turret,
Oh, because he's the minigun.
right?
Yeah.
So what symbol's on this guy?
So this guy has the I need to reload my grenade symbol, and we didn't turn it off last time.
Bam, there it is. Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, so mini guy is going with us. Okay, so here's how this is going to work. These 3 guys are going to wait for the elevator to come back. These 3 guys are going to cover. They are going to stay down here and cover our exit.
Oh, okay.
So the 3 that are in front of the elevator right now are the 3 coming up next when the elevator comes back down. Do you think that's right, Daniel? 3 guys covering, or do you think we can get away with 2?
I think, well, they're fairly successful. I think 2 should be fine.
Okay. All right. Well, then we'll make it so that these 4 guys lined up in front are going up, and the 2 guys that are turned around facing out will stay down here, 1 on each side. So they'll eventually be like here and here.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Right. Okay. Fantastic. So, bam. Click on that. Let me see if this works, hopefully. Hopefully this works. All right.
So we're all going up the elevator?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
So, you hear, you hear this, you're, by the way, I will tell you that there are doors on both sides of the elevator.
Right.
So it'll be that awkward situation of like going up the elevator and you don't know which way to face?
Yeah, that, and of course the music, do 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 do, kind of easy listening.
Mhm.
Um, v- the Stepford Wives kind of grocery store music.
I will turn to Artur and say, please tell me that your first act as new regional director of this land is to change all elevator music into something tolerable.
So, elevator goes up for a long time. It's you can tell it's actually, once you're in it, you're not looking through somebody else's eyes, and you're looking at it through your military eyes, Orist, and Sveta, you're looking at it from your metal point of view, and Z-Teach, well, you've got the curiosity thing going on, and it looks like the elevator's built like a tank, right? So the elevator's meant to survive the building getting attacked.
Yeah, and to that point, I will, as we're going up, I will say to everyone, if we run into a deadly situation where we were taking heavy losses, retreat to this elevator.
So, just a second. I forgot to do something. Da, 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 da. Well, let me. There we go. Yay! All right. Here we go.
Does anyone else hear the high-pitched whine?
I do, and I'm sorry. I'm taking care of something here real quick.
Oh, no problem.
Boom. All right. There it is again.
I'm going on mute, so I don't think it's me.
I've been muted.
Is
It's
it me?
gone. Yeah, I think it was. It's gone now.
There you go. I had my speaker on. That might have been what it was. Alrighty then. So, bum, bum, bum. Ding!
Well, just before ding. I know you're. Oh well, okay. I was just gonna prepare them to fight because we were gonna have to fight our way out of the elevator most likely. Because we knew that guy was up there, at least one. The Atom Smasher dude.
Yeah. Oh, actually, let me. When you copy paste,
If he got left out, it's all right. It is what it is. We see what we see. It's fine.
No, I copied paste 1 and 2, and so you had 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. There, now it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Great.
They look very similar to the 2 you saw in the garage.
Just FYI, we cannot see their names.
Really?
Yeah.
Could you see them when they were in the garage?
No,
Oh. We could?
no, I don't believe so. But we have to be able to access them to be able to see the names.
Oh, now I see the name. Cyborg 1.
Yeah. There you go.
Perfect.
And just for the record, yep.
I do have one.
In case you've forgotten, that's kind of what they looked like.
Yes. I am scared. And to that end, I will ask a very important mechanic question. Everybody had more bennies left than me except Z-Teach. Do we get bennies back?
I thought we were in the middle of something, and so we weren't getting bennies back.
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't remember what the answer was. I couldn't remember if it was per session or...
That is the answer.
Great.
Although... Yep, no, that's what you got.
Fantastic.
So that's what that looks like. Let's go back to the tactical map. And we are, just for reference sake, we're going to call this the elevator room.
Yes. Which, if I remember right, has 3 doors on it, correct? Left, right, and forward.
Do you see the blue lines?
Yes, I do. I'm sorry. Got it.
So, Mr. Shinkansen, the 8 or the Queen?
I'll take the Queen, please.
The Queen of Hearts. All right, and it's you.
Okay, they're going before you do. Okay. So I will move to here.
By the way, you can't move past somebody.
Oh,
You're
okay.
packed in there.
Okay.
How long was the elevator ride?
You know what? I was trying to, for consistency's sake, remember what I told you it was before, and I think I said 5 minutes.
Yeah, something like that.
So it's quick.
Well, yeah, considering you're hundreds of floors in the air, but yeah.
The short answer is we're not going to see reinforcements before the battle's over, is the short answer.
Yeah.
Right.
So, in that case, I will shoot around at Cyborg 1.
So, just game mechanics reminder is if you look at the turn order, you can delay and go before or after somebody. You just can't interrupt.
Okay, then I'll go after the Arter's 12 then.
I'm gonna, because they're gonna run out of the elevator.
Right.
So just trying to help you with making life easier.
Yep, nope, I appreciate that.
I will also wait until after Arthur's 12, but before Shinkansen.
Okay. So I'm just going to move them real quick.
The plasma minigun guy is like stepping out and saying, "Say hello to my little friend," and just like,
Say hello to my miniature acquaintance. Brap. Brap, brap, brap. No, Boyani, hide behind Plasma Minigun. You have a name.
All right. All right. So I need to grab something real quick.
time for some grenades.
All right. All right. The first guy misses. The
Wait,
second guy
we-
hits.
We didn't even declare what they're doing.
So
Well,
he's changing,
you
he's
didn't
changing
talk
it up.
about it ahead of time, so they're taking initiative.
He's
Well,
changed
yeah,
it up a little bit.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna have them fire the grenades at these guys.
The last time took too long, so second guy
doing
hit.
it themselves.
Yeah, and so everybody hit except for, I think that's a 3. I need to zoom in a little bit. Yeah, everybody hit except multi-rifle 3.
Okay.
So, and there we go. I need that because I couldn't remember what their weapons did. Okay, so okay. Da, da, da. All right, so the first one shoots, and multi-rifle 8 shoots at Cyborg 1, no effect. Boyani shoots at Cyborg 3, and he is shaken. Plasma minigun. Come on. There we go. Thank you. Is plasma minigun shoots at Cyborg 4. And nothing. All right. So, Mr. Z-Teach.
Okay, Z-Teach is going to move. Oh, which one is Z-Teach? Am I this one? Yep.
Yes, sir.
Z-Teach Romani will move here into the corner. He will cast Deflection, and he will cast. He'll cast Deflection, and he's going to pull out a bone wand and yell Trabem Infertatum, and we'll see if he actually is able to do anything with that.
All right. I don't have the notes in front of me. What is
It was so the bone wand is MDC Withering, which is 5d6.
Oh wow. Okay. Is it stopped my armor?
It's a spell.
Yeah, so it's just, if it's listed just as damage, it's just as damage, unless it says a special effect.
Yeah, I think it's just.
Yeah, because if it's just damage, then it works like everything else, unless it says, there's a note. It'll have a special effect, and if it doesn't have a special effect, then it's just damage.
Okay. Then yeah. Well, when I'm rolling with a blast? Does a blast? It still has to go through armor, right?
Yes.
As if it was okay. Then so does this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to I'm guessing a 7 doesn't make it through his armor.
Okay, now when you're shooting, you just need a success, which is a 4.
Okay.
Unless he's dodging, and then that's.
I think that this spell is a blast spell with withering.
Okay.
With withering as the trapping, as the description.
All right.
So if a 4, if that hits, then that's awesome, and I'll roll damage.
Yes.
Okay. So 22 withering.
What does withering do?
So, for description's sake, any of their fleshy parts, because they're cyborgs, would start to dry up and wither, like they chose the wrong goblet.
Right. Have you actually looked up the spell withering?
So there is no spell withering. That was the descriptor that you and I had decided on for a trapping. So the trappings are just descriptions of the spell. So if I had cast a fireball, fire would be the trapping.
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of the reasons I really love Savage Worlds, but at the same time, it can get super broken if the person's not tracking stuff.
Right. Unfortunately, that's not going to get through their armor.
No, that's fine. Good to know. Thank you.
Did you cast the...
and I need to roll for that other one. Oh,
yeah.
Wait. 7 minus 2 is 5. 5 is still over 4. Okay. Because they're both at minus 2. Both of the spells.
Right.
So 1 second.
Okay.
That's a 4. So everybody, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, other guys. I am doing it for 5 people. And it is
everybody with a name.
Everybody with a name. And it is 5 of that. And I will keep track on my turns. And it is a minus 2 to every attacker.
A minus 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Shinkansen.
14. Sorry it took so long, but thank you.
No, that wasn't too long. Mr. Shinkansen.
I move here, and I will shoot twice at Cyborg 3. This is from my character sheet. And I will shout to Archer's men, focus fire on one of them with your grenade launchers, like we just did downstairs.
You hit twice.
Okay.
The 14, you should add a d6.
Okay.
So
that'll be the second, the second roll. So
that'll be the 43.
43 plus a d6.
Yeah, which won't change what happens.
6. Okay. Yeah. And that is no armor piercing on the plasma rifle.
Okay, he's got 1 wound. Me. It's me. Okay. Why am I... There we go. Couldn't figure out where the books I was missing were. I have found them. It would be in that one. There we go. All right. Now we're cooking with fire. Cyborg 1 is going to shoot at you, Mr. Shinkansen. That's what I'm looking for.
Do I get a defense bonus for the guy standing directly in front of me?
No. He misses, and his weapon seems to not have fired. I guess we'll go with the wrench. And you can see him frantically trying to do something. Mr. Cyborg 3. What is your... Okay. Mr. Cyborg 3 is no longer shaken. And he is going to shoot multi-rifle 8. Yep. He hits him. And he is going to do... All right. Mr. Rifle 8 is shaken. Cyborg 2 is going to shoot at the plasma minigun. He will hit, and he does not injure him. You see just shots just they're like railgun shots just ricocheting off his armor.
Right.
And last but not least, Cyborg 4 shall shoot he is going to shoot Boyani. He hits.
Not the chef.
And the same thing. The shots ricochet off his armor. So Sveta. Are you thinking?
Sorry, I was muted. I'm counting tiles to Cyborg 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I have to go through the blue
Yes.
to get out of the elevator?
Yes.
So then it's one step diagonal. So
Unless
1,
Sveta thinks she
2,
can walk through a wall.
3, 4, 5.
To be fair, she might
Yeah,
be able to.
she could just Kool-Aid Man through the wall.
Oh
Oh yeah!
What kind of a
Thuds.
strength roll would I need to do that?
I said the elevator was armored like a tank.
But Svet is made of MDC metal.
So you're saying it's possible?
She's saying there's a chance.
You want to spend your turn attacking a tank wall?
No, 1, 2.
Not attacking, just trying to walk through it.
And I can't. Can I intersect other players on my way through them?
Once you're not in a crowded elevator, sure.
Okay. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. I'll stand here.
Okay.
And then I'll take an arrow, enchant it with steel, and fire it at Cyborg 3.
Okay.
Which I need to pull open my character sheet.
He used to be a cyborg till he took an arrow to the knee.
How do I...
Shoot him in the heel.
Four. Okay.
Oh!
Wait, why? Yikes.
So-
I'm gonna re-roll that shot,
Yep.
because that's about as bad as you can get.
Yep.
Hey, why is it rolling 1d4 for my shooting?
We have this discussion every time you shoot.
I know. Apparently I need to roll a d10 separately. There.
Okay. Add a d6 to your damage.
Okay. So that makes it 5d6. Wow, okay. That's probably the best arrow shot I've ever done.
Is there any bonus? Like
Right.
5d6? What's
It makes it 2 armor piercing.
It's 2 armor piercing.
So the bow itself is 1 armor piercing, I think.
Don't make me do math. Just give me a number. One
It's-
total, all
yes.
added up.
All added up, 2 armor piercing with that.
So 1 for the bow, 1 for the arrow.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me scroll to make sure that's... Yes, yeah, 1 for the bow, 1 for the arrow.
Okay. So you have shaken Cyborg 3.
Awesome. And I need to take 1 off of my special arrows. Number of
Okay.
shots I can do. Okay.
Whoop. What? There we go. I was trying to grab the spinny thing for our turn, point him in the right direction. So, oh right, sure, why not? He is going to shoot Cyborg 3. He hits. And his shots just bounce off the armor. And with that, gentlemen, we will deal a new set of cards to everybody. Mr. Shinkansen, you can have a 2 or an 8.
I'll take the 8.
All right. Similar to last time. So The Archer's 12. The 4 of them. So multi-rifle 3 is going to shoot Cyborg 3.
With his grenade launcher, since I just told him to do it, right?
And he hits. And
Am I on mute?
multi-rifle 8 misses.
Am I on mute?
I can hear you.
Okay.
I heard you. Boyani hits. And plasma minigun misses. All right. So, all right. So, grenade misses. So let's roll. That. We'll do that. And okay. All right. So his grenade hits here. What's your armor, Sveta? Everything all added up?
It should be 15 if I
You're good. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay. So 2 guys hit. And it's this die roll. Yes. Yes. Is it? Okay. Okay. Yeah, they hit the cyborg. Is there... Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Right. One of the shots is going to go through. He's already shaken. Boop. He's got 2 wounds. And wrench. Wrench. No, by the way. Okay. He did make his vigor roll so he could make that shot. Wrench. Okay. All right. So, Sveta.
I will move 1, 2, 3 steps forward. Pull out my hammer. And clock this guy.
Okay. How many attacks do you get around? 2?
2, yes.
Okay.
Will that hit?
No, it will not.
Oh. Try one more time. All right. Yeah, I'll penny that. That'll hit.
And you'll add a d6 to the damage?
Okay, I'll just roll damage this way, and then...
Yeah, d6 won't
D6.
change that. Boom. So, Sveta, she comes up, and she hits him. She hits him in the chest and kind of moves him back. And then, as she comes up with a down strike and just crushes through his skull and into his body, and just drives him into this mound of metal laying on the ground.
I like that visualization.
Body blow.
Uh,
Fatality. Mr. Shinkansen, why are you shooting?
6.
I want some cyborg.
Yeah, we're
Let's
not there.
remove his head.
We're not there yet. And then I shoot. And then it is. Nine and a 9. A 9, 9, and a 9. 9 and 9. 9 and 9, 9, 9 and 9. Is a 9 enough to hit him?
Yes, it is. I'm
Okay.
sorry, I was looking something up very quickly.
That's okay. Is that plus a d6 or not?
No.
Okay.
No, you need to raise their parry.
Got it. So 18 and 23, respectively.
23 gets a D. Oh, that's the damage.
Yes.
What was the 9 and 9. Okay, 9 and 9. 18 and 23. And you're shooting who?
4, the one I'm heading towards.
And no armor piercing.
No armor piercing.
The blast, blast. The fiery plasma hits him and burns, and just seems to leave a little bit of a black mark.
Okay. That's my turn.
All right, me. It's a me. So, 1 is going to shoot at you, Orist, and he's going to hit you.
It takes the -2 into effect?
It does.
Okay.
And and are you a 16 with your armor and everything?
12.
12?
12.
Okay.
14 if you include the -2, I guess. But yeah, that's it.
The -2 is on to hit or the damage?
The hit. I didn't know if
Okay,
you were,
so it's
which one you were applying it towards. So yeah.
okay. So it's a 12.
Yeah, it's a 12 is my flat number.
Okay. Well, he shoots 3 times, and he hit you with the second one.
Okay.
And so you're going to be shaken, but not stirred.
No, never.
Cyborg 2. Cyborg 2 is shooting the... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Yeah, shooting the plasma minigun. Bum, bum, bum. And is... well, this must have been a bad batch of rifles. There's some weird noise his gun makes, and all of a sudden he's shaking it in a weird way.
That's what happens when it's shaken and stirred.
Cyborg 1 seems to fix his weapon, and that's the end of his turn. And so now we are on to Mr. Z-Teach.
Z-Teach is going to pull out his rail gun. And do you think he'd be able to hit Cyborg 1 past multi-rifle? Because multi-rifle is so big and Cyborg is even bigger?
Yes.
Okay. So he's going to make the attempt. And it's not a very... he's not very good.
Well, you hit,
Yay!
thanks to the wild die.
Yeah. And there. Oh wow.
Is there armor piercing? Is there a bonus like +3 or something, or any armor piercing?
Hmm. I mean, it is a rail gun, but
When
in
you
my
wrote down the stats, did we
notes,
write down?
we wrote down known as the cactus juicer. This gun is a +1 shooting and is a shotgun for innocent bystanders. See Savage Worlds, but it doesn't say anything about armor piercing.
What name did we give it?
It's the Ukrin Mash S750 Silna Ruka railgun.
But it might also be a cactus juicer.
Oh, is that the one you took off the? That's not
The,
one you took off the dead body.
I
That's
think
not
that's
a Nutani weapon, right?
no, no. This is a. I think I got this from the disciple of Destiny that was following us in the stealth armor.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me just look up railguns.
It is the Bandit 5500 Cactus Juicer in Rifts.
Yes. Do you have a page for that?
No, I'm trying to find it right now. I had to find the name first.
Silly name.
I found it. It's a Bandit 5500.
Yes.
No AP.
Okay. Good to know.
The rarity is -3. But you already have it, so I guess the rarity's
100%.
100%. Yeah.
Minus 100%? I don't know how that works.
Yeah. Okay. So no, you the shot impacts his armor and just glances off.
Okay.
Archer. Go Archer. Archer hits. And wow. Wow, those are really bad rolls, Archer. Wow. Huh. All right, Archer tries to shoot a cyborg and the shots just bounce off. And so I will, let me look at something here real quick. Huh. Okay. Okay. So we will deal one card to everybody to that.
Yay! We got a point for everybody. I'll take the 9.
All right. Let me put it in order. Bam. There you go. Okay. Archer.
Archer's 12.
Oh, it is Archer's 12. Thank you so much. So they are going to shoot. They're going to shoot. Well, that doesn't make sense. They're going to shoot Cyborg 1. So multi-rifle. Oh, right. 3 hits. 8 hits. Boyani misses. Plasma gun hits. So multi-rifle 3. Right. Okay. Multi-rifle 3 does not do anything. Multi-rifle 8. Does not do anything. And then The minigun guy, his shots bounce off too. All right. Z-Teach.
Z-Teach. Oh, I need to lower that by 2. So that's actually going to be...
3.
Nope, 3. Yep. -2 for everyone for another 3 turns. He is going to take another shot. Because he is running out of power points. Yeah, that's not going through.
All right. Yo, you rolled an 11?
Yeah, I will know that. It's not going anywhere.
Oh, damage. Yeah, no. Yeah, that does nothing. Okay.
Hand the mage this hand crossbow. I'm sure it'll make a difference.
You
All
could
right.
not. You almost could not have rolled lower on those 5d6. Just saying.
That's how Archer rolled last time. It was like, how can you roll that many dice and have that low a roll? All right. So 1. All right. Cyborg 4 is shooting you, Mr. Orist.
Mm-hmm.
He misses. 4. Yes, he misses. Cyborg 1 is shooting Archer. And hits him, and Archer is shaken. And Cyborg 2 is fiddling with his gun.
In public?
He is. These cyborg guys, you know. And it is unjammed. So Archer is going to attempt to make a vigor roll, which he does. And he is going to try to shoot at Cyborg number 1. And he hits, and all the shots ricochet off. Mr. Shinkansen.
Does that work?
Oh, that was your vigor roll?
Mm-hmm.
You, sir, are no longer shaken.
Great. So I will step 1 to... as I move, I will put the plasma roll on my back, and I will pop the swords out and attempt 2 clean strikes from the sheath.
As you charge up, you hear from your sword, you hear, "Aye, aye, aye!"
Okay. That's weird, but okay.
Is it?
I think so. I've never done that before.
That's what you hear.
A 9 and a 7?
Maybe I pronounced it wrong.
Do a 9 and a 7 hit?
Yes.
Okay. And these do have armor piercing.
No, the 9 hits.
Oh, okay. So that is 30 with 10 armor piercing.
Okay, he's shaken.
That armor
Did you want to
piercing,
Benny the 7?
Yeah, I do. Thanks. I forgot I had them. Now that I got one back. How do I... So the dice show... Nope. It's still a miss.
Yeah, that does.
Still a miss.
Yeah. Still a miss. Okay, but he's shaken.
Yes.
Sveta.
I'm going to step over. Whoop, I just dragged the wrong thing. There we go. I'm going to step over to this guy and give 2 whacks. Nope.
Don't forget you have bennies.
Yeah, will a 9 hit?
It will.
All right. Yeah, I'll just roll damage for that.
And do you have armor piercing?
2.
2.
Okay. You glance off his shoulder armor. Loud metal to just like 2 giant vehicles crashing at hundreds of miles an hour. And it just scratches right off his shoulder.
Okay, I guess that'll end my turn, I guess.
It will end your turn. So first thing we're going to do is recall all the cards. Then we're going to shuffle the deck. And then we are going to deal cards to everybody through the turn order. And Mr. Shinkansen, a 4 or a queen?
I take the queen, please.
Whoops, I missed. There we go. Put everything in order. I am Mr. Zetich.
I'm digging this going first, even though it's not really accomplishing much. He's gonna take one last shot. I mean, he has more shots, but he's gonna try one more time. And
You hit.
Oh!
Who did we hit?
Cyber 1.
Okay. He is shaken.
He lines up a shot. Oh god, Sveta's there. Please don't hit Sveta. Please don't hit Sveta.
That hits him. That hits him right in the chest. You see his armor cave in right on his chest a little bit, and hits him right here.
Oh wow, awesome.
Just, and you see his metal bits fly off.
Zitich's eyes will go wide because that's I think the first time he's hit with that weapon. Like hit and done damage with that weapon.
Oops.
Oh, and that's 2 left.
Oh, move me back. There we go. All right. Now it makes sense. All right. I have more windows open this time. All right. Yes, he's shaken. Mr. Shinkansen.
Well, he slices, he dices.
How would you say that I thing? If it was Japanese.
If it's spelled out that way, it's A.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's supposed to be a samurai battle call. I googled.
All right.
So can you do a samurai battle call for us?
A.
That didn't sound very energetic.
A.
There we go. All right. Thank you.
I'll
give you a Benny for being so energetic.
Thank you. My house is wondering what the hell is going on right now. All right. So the first one was the katana, and then I haven't rolled the second one yet because I was scrolling.
The first one misses, and the second one misses.
I'm gonna re-roll the katana. So I missed the first time, and then I twist and swing back around with a 9. Yay!
That'll hit.
19 with 10 armor piercing.
With 10. Huh. And what did you roll? You hit it with a 9?
A 9, yeah.
Roll a d6.
Heard. 1, of course.
That's all you needed. And because now that hits.
Perfect.
All right. And so that's a wound.
And then I am going to... Oh, that's not the right one. Let's see if I can grab him. I don't think I can... I'm just moving him for a hot second so I can move me. There we go. I'm going to put him right back where he was. I'm going to move back to here.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. Okay. Arthur is going to try to shoot Cyborg 4. He hits. So that's going to be 8. Yeah, none of his shots go through. All right. Sveta.
I'm gonna keep whacking on Cyborg 1. Wow, all these low rolls are killing me.
Don't be shy about using your bennies. That's what they're there for.
I'm gonna use it for that. Oh, that's not any better.
That was
There's
better.
one that'll probably hit.
Yeah, that hits and gives you a plus. Well, it doesn't matter. So that's a wound on him.
Okay.
Archer's 12. They're all gonna shoot Cyborg 4. So 3 hits, 8 hits, Boyani misses, and Plasma Gun hits. Boyani needs to go to the range. So 3. Three is going to put a wound on Cyborg 4. Why can't I get the circles popping up all of a sudden? There it is. That was weird. All right, so multi-rifle 8.
Hey, John, if you could please see Viber. I need to run out real quick because Courtney lost the center stone for a ring. I gotta go check the parking lot out by Giant, and I'll hopefully be back within 30 minutes.
All right, I see. I had Viber closed.
Good luck.
I gotcha.
Okay. Yep.
Good
Thank
luck.
you.
He needs to sort out his priorities. We're in the middle of a combat.
I know. Rings?
Rings. Combat versus engagement ring center stone.
Good luck, man.
Yeah, good luck. We're pulling for you.
That's rough.
All right. I lost where I was. Oh, okay,
Marvel,
right.
yeah.
So number
Hey.
8 was
Marvel,
has one more shot.
lay down.
Bam. Okay.
Thank you.
Nothing, and then 3d12 plus 3. Nothing. Okay. Me. So Cyborg 1 is going to roll a vigor roll. And be okay. He is going to smash Sveta. Or attempt to, anyway. Can somebody look up Sveta's parry for me?
I think his number was 15 total.
No, that's his armor. I need his parry, which is probably a 7.
9.
It's a 9?
Current is 9.
Okay. So he takes that big chainsaw blade on his right hand, and Sveta parries it with the metal shaft of her giant hammer, and nothing happens. Okay, and so Cyborg 4 is going to, he's no longer shaken, and he is going to move forward, and he is going to try to skewer Orist. He just jabs forward with that giant chainsword thing.
Have a parry of 8.
Where am I? Fighting skill.
I'm sorry. I read the wrong number. It's 10. Current is 10.
And that blade is about the size of your body, and so instead of parrying it, you move to the side, and he completely misses, and you can tell he's a little off balance when he recovers. Okay, and 2 is going to shoot. Who is he going to shoot? He is going to shoot Arthur for some reason. He hits him. And does not penetrate Arthur's armor. You just see the railgun shot just ting reflect right off his armor. All right. So we will deal 1 card to all players. I have a feeling.
That's 2 bennies, and you got to shuffle the deck twice. That's some odds right there.
That is, and I'm guessing you don't want this 7.
No, I want the Black Joker.
All right. So,
wow.
Sveta.
That's awesome.
What is Sveta's fighting skill?
I just had that open. Fighting skill is D12.
All right. I got it open. 1, 2.
Is she wielding the Warhammer?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That's what she was using.
I need her here to take a Benny. So can somebody write down on a piece of paper and remind me that we just spent 2 of her bennies?
Yes. I had noticed that also.
So 1, 2. Wow. Okay. So she hits once, but has a +6, and I rolled a 1 for the other one. But wait. D6. Okay, so it's not a critical because the wild die is a 3.
Correct.
Okay, good. So how much damage does that hammer do?
3d6 strength plus 3d6 plus 1d8 plus 4.
Oh my gosh! Can you just hit the button if you're looking at this sheet? I think it'll roll. There we go.
31.
All right. Oh, and then, well, it's not going to matter. You're not going to get a second. You're not going to get a second wound point until you get a raise on whatever their armor is. And considering, you're hitting them right at about 30, a D6 isn't going to help that. Okay, so he is shaken. Mr. Shinkansen.
Well, since I don't have to close the gap, or do I? It's hard
No,
to
you
tell.
do not.
Okay.
No, he's there.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead.
They're big enough. They take up 4 squares.
Got it.
And
Okay.
and the way the art is, only their gun thing takes up 2 of them. But yeah, you're right there.
Okay. So I'll attempt.
By the way, you have a you successfully dodged him, and he was awkward. You have a +1 to hit him this turn.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you. And I'm going to do a spinning strike with the katana, and then I'm going to try and jab the wakizashi into his button. So does a 6 hit?
No.
Then I will spend a Benny. So at the last moment, I will attempt to alter. Good God, I'll spend another Benny. Come on now. It's ridiculous. Why am I rolling so horrible on a D12 tonight? How about a 17?
Give yourself a +6.
Okay. And then the Wakizashi misses. So I won't be stabbing his button. +6. Roll 1d6. Exploding. So 25 total.
Is there armor piercing?
10.
Okay. Great. So he is shaken. And you right as you do that spinning attack with your katana, he's actually trying to track you, and he lowered his head to spin around, and your katana just cuts off a chunk of the metal right off his head, and you can tell he's it kind of rattles some circuits there in his head, and he would be blinking if he had eyes that blinked.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right.
And
With
then I
that-
retreat back to here.
Okay. So Cyborg 1 is going to make a vigor roll, or attempt a vigor roll, which he's successful at, and he is going to attack Sveta with that sword. And if I recall right, we said his parry was a 9.
Yes.
10. He misses. Again, Sveta parries the weapon away. Cyborg 4 is successful with his vigor roll. And he is going to shoot Mr. Shinkansen, or attempt to. And he's successful. And you rolled a
he went
13.
With the -2.
Yeah, he hit you with a -2, yes.
Okay.
And his damage is 13.
And
I can't remember what your armor is.
my armor is at the top of the page, which I'm scrolling up to. It is 12 altogether.
All right, so you're shaken.
Yep.
All right. Where am I? Cyborg 2 is going to shoot Arthur. He seems to have a thing for Arthur. I keep rolling. I'm rolling it, and Arthur's in the number 3 position. And I keep rolling 3s. And Arthur is shaken. Okay, so it's Arthur's turn. And he is going to attempt, and he does. He successfully makes his vigor roll, and he's no longer shaken. And he is going to shoot Cyborg 4. And I think after I do math, AP 3, bonus die of 5, and a 24. He shoots and he just blasts the shoulder, and the head just come off Cyborg 4. Good shooting, Archer. All right, Mr. Zetich.
Kills Taylor.
Seeing how he actually was able to succeed last shot, he's going to try that same shot again.
At 1 or 2?
At 1.
Okay. That hits.
I don't think that's enough damage, though.
There was no armor piercing, right?
Yeah, there was no armor piercing, yeah.
And there's no bonus die for the hit.
No.
You are correct.
Yes, sir.
That's going to bounce off. All right. Multi-rifle 3 is going to shoot 2 and miss. 8 is going to hit. Boyani, come on, Boyani, I believe in you. Boyani hits, and plasma gun actually misses this time, and they're shooting Cyborg 2.
Cyborg 2.
And so we're going to roll that die.
A Cyborg 2.
No.
Booyah.
No. Okay, so okay. So multi-rifle 3 is going to put a shaken status on Cyborg 2. Multi-rifle 8. Okay, 2. Okay. The shots bounce off. Okay, Boyani, you're finally hit. What are we going to do here? And all his shots bounce off. And of course, minigun missed. All right. I am dealing turn order items. Oops, wrong button. This button. 1 to all the players.
Oh, aren't you reshuffling the deck twice?
Yeah, I was
first?
going to say it didn't
Oh,
shuffle.
yeah. You're right.
So that I can get my red joker.
Shuffle.
Need more
Shuffle.
bennies.
I already dealt the bennies.
No, I'm
Nice.
saying I need more bennies.
Oh, I see. Okay. How about just a 10? You
I'll
probably
keep
want
the
the jack.
Yeah, I'll keep the jack.
All right. Bam. All right. Well, the 12. So number 3 is going to shoot 2. And he hits. 8 hits. Boyani hits. Minigun hits. I think it's the first time all of them have hit.
Yep.
So we'll start with number 3. Wow. So number 3 rolled well enough to have a bonus die, so a D6, and he rolled a 12 on his D6.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. That did it. He rolled a 15 for damage. Was his high roll, a 15 for damage, high roll, 12 on the extra D6, and it's 3 armor piercing,
That's just enough.
and that will actually put a wound. All right. Nothing quite so spectacular. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, 8 is all of that ricochets off. All right. So Boyani. Wow. Boyani on his 4d4 rolled a 43.
Wow. He took your criticism to heart, I think. Said, I'll show you.
I have a name!
All right. So, Mr. Plasma Minigun. I'm telling you, this is a turn of rolls. I just rolled a d6 for Plasma Minigun, and he rolled a 12. A 6,
Nice.
a 5, and a 1.
Nice.
All right. And his minigun is 3d12 plus 3. So that's, he rolled a 32 plus 12 is 44, 45.
Cyborg 2 is dead?
He is Koputzen.
Yay.
Arthur's dudes really came through that turn. Mr. Shinkansen.
Yay, I'm good. I'm no longer shaken.
Oh, right. Yep. Let me take that off you.
Sanka. And then I'm going to head 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Here.
I don't know. I'm thinking probably here.
Okay.
And that's gonna be my. And then I'll take a shot at take 2 shots at Cyborg.
Okay.
As soon as I find the gun, there it is. A 7 and a 9.
The 7 hits. The 9 gets a d6 bonus.
Okay. So this is the 7.
Nothing.
Which bounces off, and then a 9 with the d6 bonus. So 20.
Yeah, that bounces off.
Yeah. Well, unless I.
Oh, unless it explodes. Let's explode.
It does not.
It does.
It
not.
does not. No. Bounces off.
All right. Arthur.
And light shouldn't make that noise, but it goes pating pating.
Mm-hmm.
Arthur's going to move there, so he has less of a chance of shooting Sveta. And
he's the only one that's concerned about that.
He actually was so concerned he actually missed. Sveta is going to swing her mighty hammer, and her fighting was 12.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right, a
You were
9.
asking me.
A 9, and so that's going to be a bonus 6. And if you're looking at the weapon, roll the damage, please.
Okay.
I just did it.
Okay, thank you.
And so her d6 is a 4. So this.
That's total 30 with 2 armor piercing.
And so he is shaken. And then the next roll is not going to hit. So can you spend another one of her bennies?
Yes, down to 4.
And so an 18 will hit. And give a bonus 6. So roll the damage. Is 13. A 6 won't help. Well, unless it explodes.
Oh, it explodes. I'll roll it.
Boy, it would have to really explode, though.
Yeah, it did not.
It did not. All right, and so Zetich.
Okay. 1 for good measure.
Hey.
All right, plus 6.
Ooh. Roll
Lines
your
up the
d6.
shot. Makes another attempt.
And bam! It hits it almost hits in that, you're aiming right at that same spot. And you can see a bunch of shards of metal, and you can actually see that you've put a crack in his metal.
But
And that shot actually got to something on the inside.
he still needs to roll the d6 exploding, just in case.
Well, that's true. You might roll 30.
Oh. Roll 1d6.
Exclamation point. Yep. Nope.
Okay.
Just in case.
Yep.
Just in case. No, that's a good just in case. My turn.
No vigor
He
success
is
for
no
you.
longer shaken.
Boo.
And so what's he gonna do?
It is a difficult situation.
He is going to try to attack the thing that's standing right in front of him. We probably can't blame him for that. We said her parry was a 9?
Yes.
That is correct.
Okay. So he's hit her, and then...
No.
Okay, now this is where I have to bloody do math. Okay, right. Um, 15 damage.
Do you have that open, Daniel? I don't have it open.
I do. Yep, I do.
What's her
Toughness?
Yeah.
Armor.
So hold on.
Toughness.
15. 15. So
15.
you
Okay.
didn't so she's not hurt.
Okay. So we missed. Okay. Nothing special, so deal 1 card to everybody. To that.
Yay, Benny.
Mr. Shinkansen, you have
A
7 or a
7?
7?
I'll take the 7. Pat.
Actually, it doesn't matter for this combat, but I'm going to
Yeah.
give you the higher 7.
Yeah. No, I know.
Okay. Arthur. Arthur is going to run up and hit this robot with his mace. And we all remember what his mace looks like, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
He hits. And rolls a 39, and Cyborg 1 is shaken. It wasn't even elegant. He just ran up and removed a chunk of the armor off his shoulder. Mr. Zicic.
Mm-hmm.
Now aim for the button. Just line up the shot. You got it.
He takes slow breaths, as he's been taught of late.
That hits.
And tries not to close his eyes, and closes his eyes.
You could Benny
I'm
the
gonna-
damage.
I'm gonna Benny that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna leave that.
All right.
Not meant for me.
Okay. Sveta. Sveta's getting frustrated. She's going to put everything into the swing. She hits him. Someone could go ahead and roll 18 plus 2 armor piercing. No bonus die. Okay, and then her second hit hits. No bonus die.
28 with 2 armor piercing.
2 armor piercing. And she moves his arm out of the way and misses the first time, but comes across and not cleans, just smashes her hammer through basically his shoulders, and everything above the shoulders is just bashed off with her hammer, and the cyborg crushes to the ground.
All right, so I'm gonna cover. So I gotta look at my notes. Hold on.
Where are we with the -2, Z-Teach?
It's gone.
It's gone. Sorry.
Okay, I got it.
Can you pull up for just 1 second the map that I made, or is that on a handout?
No.
Okay. Sorry. So I think I clearly misunderstood something in the description then. I think I know. Okay. Okay, thank you. We can go back. Okay, so we're going down here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cover the door here.
So yeah, line everybody up the way you want to go through the door, and I'm going to copy paste you to the new map.
Okay. I think it'll be like that, like that, and then we'd send the elevator back down. By the way, I know they won't get here in time, but just want to make sure that we mentioned that we were doing that.
Where's Z-Teach going to go?
Actually, I'm gonna do this. I don't think we can. Are you coming in last, just stacking up on the side?
Oh, is it a?
It's a three square door.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean that's fine. You can stack up and then roll in at the end. I'll probably
Okay.
do the same on the back.
Okay. So we're happy with that?
Yes.
I'm also going to. Are we pushing for quickness?
Well, I mean, we should take at least 2 rounds to reload the grenades. That's it.
Okay.
Look at the models. I already took that off.
Yeah, I saw. I know, but we didn't. Yeah.
ZT is gonna spend another Benny to gain 5 power points.
Okay.
Drogonan's got 8. I think he should spend 1 to give you 5 power points too.
Yeah, it's only fair. Puff puff pass, man.
Yep. I don't think he even listens to us anymore.
Oh hey. If he doesn't remove them fast enough, I can take them back.
Can you?
Yeah, I right click on it and say take card, and it comes back to my.
I was looking at another map. All right. So when we get to the other map, I realize now that I should have made the room smaller than the size of the map. I can't put you in the black area like I did here for the elevator. Right? I'm having to put you inside the door. So I put you in the exact same position because I just copy and pasted you. But I had to kind of cheat you 2 squares into the room. So when you move, before you move, go ahead and count 2.
Okay.
And with that, unless there's something else, we're good.
No, we're good.
All right, bam, we are in the room. Now,
Why can't I
what
see
you see is a room that looks like the inside of like a Bedouin tent, kind of right out of 1001 Nights. There are pillows and silk diaphanous little curtain things, pillows, and there is almost like a bed area. How come you have a one card over here, Z-Teach?
Because he stole it from you.
Oh, when I take your card like this, I can't see it. They disappear for me.
Oh yeah, they're on I'm putting them by the blue door. They're both by the
Yeah,
blue
we've
door.
gone through this before. I've zoomed in, zoomed out, and I just can't see them. I don't know what happens. I used to be able to. I would cut and paste them over there, um, and because when I put it on top of the deck, the only way to get it off is to move it over to the map. Can you delete them?
We can flip them over. We can't delete them.
Oh, really? I hit the delete key.
Oh. Yep.
Yep, they're
We
gone.
can delete them. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I can't see them anymore. But there was one gaming session. All of a sudden, I couldn't see them anymore, and it's never gotten better. So I don't know. I don't know why I can't. You guys can. It's a glitch in the Matrix. All right. So, room full of pillows, cushions, soft, fuzzy things, and you see um, um, just under 10 women in just enough to be family level clothing.
It's a family show.
It is a family show. And so the CBS censors say that their clothing meets the standard for the channel.
I was gonna start singing a Hamilton song.
Yep.
Because we suddenly find ourselves in the room where it happened. The room where it happened.
Thanks, Mark.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Now you're gonna be singing it for the rest of the night.
I was listening to that today. I love that show.
Yeah, we're all gonna make our way down here.
I think you just got deleted.
I didn't know.
No, he moved down.
Okay,
I moved
well,
down here.
I was going to move everybody.
Okay, that works.
And in the middle of me moving everybody,
Are they cybered out at all? Cybernetic?
no, not even
And
remotely.
are any of them bruised or chained or drugged out?
Roll a notice roll.
You notice everything. Everything.
Yes, you see bruises. You see their faces look like they've been crying. They seem kind of well fed. Nobody seems to be starving or anything. But you see obvious signs of abuse, and I think that would get past the CBS censors.
So Z-Teach, as he's walking through the room, do we have comms?
No.
No.
You have your phones.
Did I? But I didn't get a phone number of anybody. Do we have anybody named that isn't with us right now?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Oh, Marco and...
not Marco, but the other guy that hangs with Marco. He's in the
truck.
truck.
Moyani. I have to...
I don't really care. I just know his name, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm going to call him and say I'm going to be sending people down the elevator.
Miasnik.
Miasnik. I'm going to be sending people down. We need to find a safer situation for them. And then I'm going to
And you don't get a response.
Because he doesn't talk.
And I'm going to turn to the all of the women here. And I'm going to point to the elevator behind us. And I'm going to say, this place is no longer safe for you if you ever considered it safe. Go. We can get you to someplace a modicum safer.
So you see 4 of them stand up, and those 4 are helping, 5 of them stand up, and those 5 are helping 3 that seem to not be moving quite so well towards the elevator.
Because they're damaged, or because they are drugged out, or because they are all of the above?
Family show, all of the above.
Okay. And you said there were 10 of them?
Under 10, there were actually 8. Once they there's so many curtains and cushions and mattresses while they were laying down, it was kind of hard to actually.
Right.
But you saw 8 people stand up and move. Well, you saw 5 people stand up, and those 5 people picked up 3 people. Total of 8.
Okay, as the group here is getting onto the elevator, I'm going to do one more check.
Well, remember you sent
They're
the
not.
elevator down.
They're not getting on the elevator. They're waiting for the elevator.
No. While the 8 of us are getting... Oh, is that a door? That's not an elevator. That's a door.
That's a door.
Okay. While we are getting ready to move, I'm going to make sure that that's everybody that was in here.
Okay. You rolled a 22, brother. You don't see anybody.
Okay. I want to make sure I'm not leaving some poor woman underneath half a pillow.
Nope. They got everybody.
All right, good. Okay, sweet.
And so, same. Daniel and I will stack on the sides and then roll in at the end, so we're behind everybody else.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember if I left any black space on the next map.
We'll work it out.
I did not. So I'm going to have to...
Hi, Samantha. Hi, Sharon. Hi, 17.
I tell you what I'm going to do. You're going to come in on the left side of the map. I'm going to put your markers... You're coming in on the left side. I'm going to put your markers on the right side, and you can put yourselves where you want. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I hope that makes sense.
I think so.
Okay, so let me tell you what you're seeing. The yellow things are, imagine it's the NASA control room for a rocket launch or something.
Right.
There's those terminals with monitors and chairs. You've seen this room. This is where you saw Orloff talking to something, and you see Orloff in the center of the room. I hope you see your guys so you can move them back over here to the left. You do see Orloff. You see the stage that had the thing in the water.
John, are we coming in the bottom door or the top door on the left?
The bottom door.
Okay.
So let me here's the elevator room, and you see there's a door here on the right.
Yeah.
And you went through this door down here. Right.
I see what you're saying.
If we went in the right door, it would have been the top door.
Yep.
And so here's the bedroom. Here's another door.
Right.
And now we're in what I'm calling the theater room, and you see the 2 doors. So remember when I told you, Daniel, how I drew this all out on paper and I described it from the paper, and then
Mm-hmm.
before I drew it in the game, I actually listened multiple times to the broadcast to make sure I had it right.
Mm-hmm.
On the paper, these doors were over here.
You could have, I guess, flipped it.
I get well, but anyway. I listened multiple times, and I was like, I described them on the wrong side, and so yeah. So the doors now are over here because that's how I described it.
Nice.
Okay, I assumed you didn't want
So
to be in the front,
all right.
Daniel.
So
I assumed you didn't want
um,
to be in the front, Daniel, so I moved you.
Please don't. Yeah. No, I don't want to be in the front.
Because you should be like back here.
oh, I'm sorry, you're moving
I
people.
No, I think we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, so you in the room you see Cyborg 1, and I'm clicking on Cyborg 1,
Yep.
and then
That
you
was
see Cyborg 2.
and Cyborg 1 had been the one that was previously in the elevator room, correct?
No, he is not.
Oh. Okay.
That was the one without the face.
Gotcha. So Cyborg 1, Cyborg 2.
And I know it might be hard to tell it, but he does have some kind of weird shield thing.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to move you to the theater room.
Okay. Can you make it so we can see which one's which?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, that's all right.
Can you see? I know. I guess you figured out which one's Orloff, but
Yeah, that.
there
yeah.
you go. Now you can see his name.
Yep. Yep. Now we can. Lay down, puppers. Lay down.
All right. Okay. All right. So, I'm going to give you guys a free turn to run into the room. And now I'm going to deal.
I think the only other question that I have before we get farther is the computer monitor slash sitting area like NASA. Is it like 1950s NASA where these things go to the ceiling, or is it like 1970s NASA where they're like half column, half bookshelves?
If a normal per human stood up, it would hit them in the center of their chest.
Okay, all right. So not full cover is
No.
Yeah, got it. Perfect. Thank you. Like 3/4 cover or something like that.
All right, and Mr. Shinkansen has
I'll take the
an
ace.
ace. You want the ace? You don't want the
Take
6?
ace. No, I'll take the ace.
All right, suit yourself. Man, and I tried. I can't. I'll let you guys delete that for me. All right, so, Mr. Orloff looks at you and says, "You little worms, you think you can walk into my headquarters? You think you can challenge me? I am going to kill you. I am going to grind your bones to death. And I am going to find every person you have ever cared about, and they will wish for death. And when I finally grant them death, I will grind them and their bones to dust. And you and your families and your entire future will be gone. Who is not in an enclosed suit? Sveta and Zetich?
So yeah, Ztich has that amulet that grants him the same protections, but I don't think it's enclosed.
It's not.
Yeah.
And okay, so Mark, can you roll Zetich's notice? I mean, Sveta's notice, and Zetich, you can roll your own.
We're all trading.
Yay!
Everybody trade.
Notice.
Okay. You pick it up a lot easier, but you smell wet. Um, if the shower's running in the bathroom and you turn it off, right? Or one of your kids running the shower for a long time and you didn't know they were taking a shower and they turn it off and they leave and you walk into the shower, you could
Mm-hmm.
smell the smell of water that, right?
Right.
Right? Or you walk into an indoor pool. There's a smell you have. Now maybe most of the smell in that case is chlorine, but and pee. But but anyway, you know what you can kind of smell that water smell, and coming from the stage, you hear you kind of hear water.
Oh. So maybe perhaps it wasn't a hologram.
So, Mr. All right.
We are not
So,
alone, Ztich says, looking over at the tub, the gigantic tub.
I need a book. I need a book. Where's the book? Any
Stupid holographic eye recordings.
Well, you remember the difficulty was she was scared by what she was seeing, so she was looking down and not looking at it. So you never really got a good look at whatever it was she saw there.
Oh, we knew what it was. We were told it was a Splugorth.
Why am I missing a book? I need a book. I have this giant stack of books. And oh, by the way, I added 5. There it is. Okay. All right. I for things that happen, I added 5 books. And of course, it's interesting to transfer the books into Savage World. All right.
Hi, Kayla. Hi, Laura. Hi, Kat. Welcome to the stream.
All right. So now that you see him in person, and just as a reminder, what Mr.
Orloff
looks like. And so it's a full conversion heavy machine with his real human face. He's got like this feral look to him, and he's supposed to be ruggedly handsome. His eyes are cybernetic implants that are designed to look exactly like a pair of golden cat's eyes.
And that's the only piece of flesh that we can see?
Yes.
So, I have an immensely dumb question.
12.
And is he the one with the shield, with the giant shield?
No,
He is not.
no, he is not. He's the guy in the center of the.
Can we see the map again,
Yes, sir.
please? Thank you.
The one nearest us is the one with the giant shield.
This one.
Oh, I
Cyborg
see.
one.
Okay.
So, my question is a mechanics question. Like, if I shoot or stab Orloff in the face, do I have to worry about his armor? Because it's his face that's not armored?
So, I remember how we do this math. At the end of the day, you're going to have a -2.
Right.
Because you have a -4 and you have a +2,
Correct.
or you ignore 2.
Right.
So you have a -2 to do that. And
Is that because it's a called shot?
yes.
Okay.
But
So
it's this is like the circumstance that hasn't come up before, where we've got armor versus fleshy bits. You know, is there any mechanical difference, or is it all just treated as armor no matter what? That's more my question, I guess.
it depends. It depends.
Okay.
That might be a good strategy. You'll have to see what happens.
Right. Perfect. No problem.
Okay. Me. So, Orloff is going to shoot. And he is shooting at multi-rifle 8. He hits. I closed that. What is... There we go. So that's... I don't know why I didn't just put a total. 9, 16. There we go. Okay. All right. I put anyway. Their total defense is 16. All right. So, Oh, need to go back there. Okay. Wow, really? All right. So he shoots 3 shots at number 8, and on the 3rd shot, he number 8 is shaken. All right. Cyborg 2 is going to shoot at number 3. I need to zoom in because I can't tell who's who. Yeah, number 3. Yep. Okay. Wow. He misses. I am going to spend a Benny. And he hits. Okay, and it bounces off the armor. The shield guy comes out with this glowing sword thing and is going to move up and attack multi-rifle number 3. I'm going to spend a Benny.
Uh-oh. These guys aren't extras.
Nope.
And okay, so that's going to be plus 3. It's 23. Okay. And he stuns multi-rifle 3 with his first attack. He hits again. And he slices, and you see the armor rip apart of multi-rifle 3, and you can tell he kind of starts to lean back and he's stunned, and then he comes right back with the backstroke and slices right through his flesh, where the armor no longer is, and multi-rifle 3 falls. Okay, so that's all of me, Mr. Shinkansen.
I'm going to. We may be doing critical failures wrong. I was just looking up something about bennies and noticed that a lot of people are saying if you get a critical failure, you get a critical failure. You can't. You have to use the critical failure. So anyways,
you can't Benny your way out of a critical failure?
I'm not sure. This was a pre-publication thread. I'm looking, so they may have changed it for the final one, but we should make a note to double check it. I just want to be sure.
You guys keep going. I'm looking it up.
Okay.
Oh, he killed him? He killed multi-rifle 3? Holy crap.
Yeah, he's very dead.
All right then. Well, in that case, I'm just gonna step 1, 2, 3 to here, and I'm going to attempt to attack him with both katanas, or with the katana and the wakizashi.
Yep.
Okay.
Critical failure is a critical failure. Cannot be re-rolled by any means, including bennies.
Well, alrighty then.
Does a 5 hit this giant cyborg?
Oh, with the shield guy?
Yeah.
No.
Alright, so I try and slash and they just clang off of shields. That's my turn.
Ooh. Depending on what the action is, a critical failure can be really bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Zitich may have died.
All right. Where are we? Arthur. Arthur's going to move over here.
Oh, it's not that bad. I thought it'd be worse.
And is going to hit him with his mace. All right. We're sitting here talking about critical failures, and I have Archer's. I've never made a character sheet for Archer. I have his stuff written down, so I have to manually roll his dice. So I roll his fighting, and then I roll his d6 separate. And his fighting was a 1, and his d6 was a 5. So I just thought, well, how about that? We talk about it, and oh nope, doesn't happen. But anyway, he misses. Z teach.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. How high is the roof?
It is 30-ish feet up.
Okay. Z-Teach is going to move here, ducking down a little bit, and he's going to cast Mass Greater Deflection, which is the Big Daddy Deflection,
Okay.
as well as... Oh, shoot, that's not with a raise, but that's okay.
Well,
So it's gonna be...
you got an 8. That's
Yeah,
twice a 4.
yeah, it wasn't my only...
Oh well, because it's the mass mega whatever
Well,
one.
no, it's because I was going to cast 2 things at once, but this is fine. That would count for a raise. So it'll be a few or 1 less PowerPoint use. That's fine. And then so that's going to be a -4 for myself, for all the named people.
Okay. -4.
-4 to all attacks coming into the named people.
I was playing with something that was making noise right when you said, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it.
For
Okay. Okay. Okay, the 12. Look up. What the heck? Oh, okay. That's not what I was looking for.
I was looking up touch attack. Yeah, that's not a Z-Teach thing.
Touch attack.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Hmm. There we go. That's what I'm looking for.
So, armor piercing. I make an attack, and that has to damage above their armor. Armor piercing removes some of their armor from that toughness I'm trying to overcome.
Right.
Correct.
Okay. Is a AP6 good?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's phenomenal.
Okay.
The higher the number, the better.
Oh, and don't forget, because we've also been ignoring another rule, like Archer would get a +1 to hit in the circumstance we have on Cyborg 1 right now, because we're ganging up on him.
Okay. Everybody roll. Everybody, I'll roll for Sveta.
Everybody clap your
But you
hands.
guys go ahead and roll a d20, and
Exploding or no?
not. What's the 15?
D20.
Oh, I see. Okay. I don't know if I want to use this.
Shoes coming off feels so good.
You know, I hate it when they say look up this other thing, but don't give you the page number. That's always been a. Here we go. Okay, so here's what happens. I'll start with Mr. Shinkansen. Actually, boop. I'll start with what's that mean? What's never mind, I'll just 100. All right, so Sveta is distracted. And so what that means is for the rest of the turn, Sveta is going to have a -2 to her trait rolls. So she has to roll vigor, or she has to roll intelligence, or whatever. She has a -2 to those rolls. What's happened is some extraordinarily large, the cyborg number 1 with the shield guy, he is 8 feet tall, big chunk of metal, and just murdered somebody in front of you. And just the presence of them, the presence of Orloff, and there is this just kind of weird, overwhelming sense of dread emanating from the room. So it's the giant cyborgs, the presence of Orloff, and whatever, and somebody just instantly dying in front of you. And so Sveta has a -2 to her her -2 to her trait rolls. Now, Shinkansen,
Yeah.
you're actually vulnerable. What did you roll?
A
You
6.
rolled a 6. No, you're distracted.
So what is that? A -2 to my what?
Oh, so that's the same thing. So yeah, it's a -2 to your trait rolls. So if you have to roll vigor or intelligence or well, I guess smarts, whatever, anything that's one of your traits. It doesn't say skills, it says traits.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So the only trait I know of that we have ever rolled in combat is vigor.
Got it. Okay.
So
Right.
for this whole turn and until your turn, when you start your turn next time we do the turn order, you'll start without that.
Got it.
Okay. Mr. Zetich. who rolled a 15.
Yes.
You, sir, are hesitant.
Oh.
The character gains the hesitant hindrance, and so what that means is that we're going to do for you what we do for Shinkansen. We're going to draw 2 cards. The only difference is you get the lowest instead of the highest.
What if I don't choose? He gets to choose. Sounds great.
Hi, do you want anything
and
from
again,
Sonic?
that's just going to be for 1 turn.
Okay.
And then we're going to
Okay,
be
I love you.
realizing that combat's
Bye-bye.
taking place and we'll be over the scared of the situation. However, having said that, and no idea why I put that away,
Do we know where this is coming from?
you pulled a Chris, didn't you?
Yeah, he did. He did. It's because the guy died right in front of us.
Giant, scary metal
Multi-rifle
men.
3.
Oh, okay.
Right, it's that. I said it's 3 things. It's because he died, because the shield robot guy is the 2 cyborgs are 8 foot tall, Orloff is huge, and there is a feeling of dread in the room. Okay, so
Thank you. Sorry.
no worries. So we're going to go with multi-rifle 8. And then we're going to go with Boyani. Boyani's the same as you, Mark. Minigun. Page 100. Okay. Yeah, all of Archer's men have a +2 to their trait rolls, just like you. Okay. Did I roll Sveta? Oh, yes. Sveta's the same. Okay, there we are. So, Mr. Shinkansen, your turn.
Okay, so now I don't have it, right?
No, you'll have it until the following turn.
Until next turn. Got it. Okay.
Yes.
Great. So I'm going to motion to Artur to do a combined attack with me, and we're going to gang up on him, so I'll have a +1 to attack Cyborg 1.
Okay.
And I'm going to attempt to attack him. Does a 24 hit?
You have hit, yes. How
about a 22?
Both of those hit.
Okay,
and you have a D6 for both of those attacks.
Okay, so the first one, and then I'll roll the D6. It's not great. 15 plus roll 1d6, but it is so it's 16 with armor piercing 10.
So 26.
Yeah.
Yeah, your blades slice off. What is this guy made of? I want to bite his insides. So your next one with a D6?
Yep. Not it. Yeah. Again, maybe it'll explode high enough, but I don't think so. No.
Ah! Why is he covered in metal?
Yep.
Artur is swinging with a +1 at the same time as you. And hits. And his mace bounces right off the armor. All right. Zetich.
Zizi's is going to start collecting errant energies from around the air, whispering arcane wording to himself before pushing it all out in front of him towards Orloff. In an armor-piercing megabolt.
Nice.
One second. I'm going to do some math real quick.
It's always math.
This comes down to 4. Bolt. I was just looking at you. Okay. Can somebody talk me through rate of fire again?
Rate of fire is how many attacks you get per turn with that particular attack.
Okay.
So if it's rate of fire 3, then you, if it's a rifle, you're gonna roll to hit 3 times.
Right.
If your spell successfully goes off, I assume that you would just.
There's something I can add to it to make it rate of fire 2, ignoring the recoil penalty.
That may not be a bad. So you would roll your damage. You would do damage twice.
Okay, if I hit.
If you do, you still have to roll the hit or just cast the spell.
Well, I have to activate the spell.
Okay, yeah. So activate the spell, and what's the thing you have to do to make it rate of fire 2?
Just add a couple power points to it.
Yeah. So successfully cast the spell and then roll your damage twice.
You success.
That would be a success.
All right. So it is armor piercing 6, and the damage is. I need to change that really quick because this isn't the normal one. That's the first damage.
Okay.
And then I push reroll again.
Yeah.
And that's the second one.
And they both have armor piercing 6, so
Yeah.
31 and 22.
Right. So you could see Orloff holds his arm up, kind of like, blocking the damage, and the blast of that mystical energy just kind of hits him, and you can see sweeps over him and past him, and doesn't seem to have hurt him.
Oh no! And CC will spend a penny for 5 more power points.
All right. The 12. So Boyani and multi-rifle 8. Boyani says, take out the cyborg in the rear. Take out the cyborg in the rear. And he and multi-rifle 8 shoot at cyborg 2. That's a hit and a hit. And so whoa. Yeah, that'll get it. So the first grenade hits Cyborg 2, and he's shaken, and then Boyani. And what is it? 3d8. And Boyani's grenade seems to doesn't the grenade he doesn't hit it directly on, and it doesn't seem like it's done much damage to the cyborg. The plasma gunner shoots, and he does
So if he shoots at Cyborg 1, he should get a +2 to his shot.
He was following Arthur's orders and he shot at Cyborg 2.
My bad. I just wanted to make sure.
Right. And he misses. Well, he didn't miss. He hit, but he didn't do enough damage to get through the armor.
Yep.
All right. So Sveta. Sveta likes hitting things. So she's going to run up. And fighting is 12?
Fighting is 12 plus 2.
Really?
Wait, no, 12 plus 3. No.
Her fighting?
Her fighting is 12, and then she'll get a +3.
Oh, +3. Got it. Because of I thought you were looking at her character sheet coming up with that. I was like, how did he do that? I didn't authorize that.
No.
Well, that's going to be a D6. Can you hit the damage for me?
I can. Let me scroll up and find it. Hold on a second. Oh, no, that's not it. There it is. Reroll damage.
And the so +2.
Yep. So 29 plus you said our D6.
Yes.
1d6. So 29 plus 2, 31.
And so her first hit careens off his shield and doesn't seem to have hurt him. Her second
6 total.
Does not hit. How many of her bennies are we going to use? Because we're at 4, right?
Yeah, probably. I would say she would not use a Benny for this.
Okay, so that's her second. So that's everybody.
Yep.
So we will deal cards. Dealing cards. All players. Bam. And this is Zeke.
Go ahead. Give me something worse.
We'll stay with the 4, and then Mr. Shinkansen.
I'll take the 10.
All right, and let me put it all in order. There we go. All right. All right, we're getting through. Focus on Cyborg 2. Take him out. Arthur sees, not Arthur, Boyani sees you guys beating up on this other guy. They don't want to shoot there. They're going to shoot at Cyborg 2. So multi-rifle 8 hits. Boyani hits. Minigun hits.
Multi-rifle 3 does not hit. Oh.
No, they all. Oh, right. Oh. So. I need to. Multi-rifle. Gets a wrench.
Marvel, come over here.
Okay.
Hi, Sean. Hi, Anna.
All right.
Hi, son. Welcome to the channel.
Boyani gets a wrench. All right, and miniguns don't get wrenches. Okay, so boom. Okay, and right? Yes. 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be 5, 8. Okay, so all of his bounce off. Boyani. All of his shots bounce off. And minigun. All of his shots bounce off. All right, so Mr. Shinkansen. We want to see his blood. Blood.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Out of the armor.
Yeah. Marvel, come here. Okay, so I have a +3 to hit because we're all ganging up on this guy. Does a 7 hit?
No.
And neither does that. So that's it. That's my turn.
All right. Okay. Arthur. Arthur is going to swing his mighty mace. And miss. Z-Teach.
Okay. That is the question, isn't it? While I'm thinking, he will try to line up a shot and take a shot at Orloff.
With the railgun?
Yeah, with a railgun.
You hit and give yourself a d6.
Before or after?
No, now.
What?
Now.
It doesn't matter, one way or the other. It all adds. And it ricochets right off his armor.
Mm-hmm.
Sveta. Sveta is going to, if you could do the damage, I'm assuming she's going to hit. So she, with a +3, misses.
Yep.
And her second will hit.
Okay.
So
I'm getting there.
whoa.
38.
Yeah.
With armor piercing 2, so 40 total.
She smashes. She actually, the first one she misses, but she kind of actually feints and then gets past the shield and pulls the shield away from his body with all her strength and then mashes the hammer right into his chest. And he's shaken. So, my turn. So we will start with Cyborg number 1, who is going to roll. By the way, everybody's cleared of whatever I'm afraid of stuff you had going on.
Good.
Wow. I think it's the first time I've seen someone fail a vigor roll. Cyborg 1 failed his vigor roll. That's how hard Sveta hit him.
Good.
Rolled a 1.
He needs a timeout.
And is there, hey, Daniel,
Mm-hmm.
while I'm going along, can you see if there's a penalty for rolling a 1 on a vigor roll to take care of shaken?
Sure.
All right. Cyborg 2 is no longer shaken. He is going to come up, and you remember the thing about Cyborg. Too many things in my way. So Cyborg 2 has these twin blaster things he's been shooting with, because that's this guy down here.
Right.
There are no numbers.
Okay,
Like,
so it's
if
just
you
a
roll
fail.
a 1 or whatever. Yeah, it's just a fail.
Okay. So he is going to shoot. He is going to actually shoot over at Z-Teach. Probably because he saw you shoot at his boss.
Okay.
And so...
-4.
-4. Thank you for the reminder. He misses. And I'm going to spend a Benny on that. I've been sitting over here accumulating them. I figure I might as well use them. So Let's roll that again. Boom. And that'll do it, a 13. So he hits you. And so we are going to, he is shooting and it's, there's a whole bunch, it's just this rapid fire hail of shots coming at you. So the first one is a 17.
Current toughness is 15.
So you, sir, are shaken.
Okay.
The second one is a 9 and then a 10. So you come out of that shaken. It's and the energy, and it's the first time you're really seeing the amulet work. The energy kind of hits, and like there's almost a shield around you, but you could feel the heat and the force of it kind of pressing against that shield against you, and it's kind of rattled you a little bit. Mr. Orloff. Mr. Orloff is going to shoot at you too.
Which makes sense. I was trying to kill him.
And let me roll a 6. Okay, no, I can't any that. He rolled a 1 and a 2. All right, so let's try again. All right, so he's hit you, and
that did take the -4 into account.
I rolled a 12. So yeah.
With a raise.
Yeah. So 19.
19 is 4 over.
So that will put 1 wound on you.
Okay. 1 wound.
All right. And that is time to deal cards.
Oh,
and
we get a thingamajigger. That's
Yay,
good.
do get a thingamajigger. So I guess you want to stay with your 9. We'll put these in order. We'll deal this. Bam. Okay. So Sveta has 5 now, if my count is correct.
Correct.
So Arthur's going to swing his mighty mace, and has a +3. Is that correct? Archer swinging at the guy,
yes.
He has a +3?
Yes, +3. That is correct.
Okay. And he is going to miss. The 12. Take down that cyborg! Boyani's barking orders. So, number 8 misses. Boyani hits, and the chain gun hits. So, whoop, I closed my thing. I have the weapon stats open because I can't remember them, but that sheet covers up. I keep having to close it to see other things. All right. So they're out of grenades at the moment. So we're going to do 46. So the first shot is a 29. Whoa. The first shot, he's shaken.
Nice.
He rolled a 32 and he shook him. Not so much. And And a 31. He's no damage. Okay, so good job, multi-rifle 8. So Boyani is going to try to replicate that. Woo! And rolls a 29, 38. Go Boyani.
Yeah. That's a extra D6 damage, hopefully.
Yeah, that was that's how you got the 38.
Nice. Oh, that was the damage. Got it. Yay.
Yeah. So 15 and 9, 24 plus 3, 27. Nothing. Okay. All right. Just that. And now the multi-rifle guy is 3d12. Is that right?
Correct.
3d12 plus 3. So 3d12 plus 11. 30. That's not going to hurt him. 38. Okay. So that plasma rifle, he's really aiming it, just all those shots, and you can see that he actually staggers the guy.
Nice.
So he's shaken with 2 wounds after that. Mr. Shinkansen.
Well, the 15th time's the charm. So, with plus 3, 7 plus 3 is 10. What does that hit?
No. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. I'm just thinking. I'm gonna. Nope, that's my turn. That's my turn.
Okay. Zetich.
That is the question. So it's a vigor roll to try to shake it off?
Yes, sir.
Come on, Taylor Swift, shake it off.
That fits. What does shaken? That's what I've been trying to find. Is what shaken does.
Oh, you can't take your turn.
Right.
That's why I was saying you should Benny it if you fail.
Oh, then I'll Benny it. Yeah.
And you can take free actions. You just can't attack or.
Yeah. So I will unshake myself. I will shake off my shaken.
Show me what that looks like.
No. Now I'm just shaking myself more to become unshaken.
Right, see?
Okay,
Are
watch.
Did you roll?
Do I need to roll?
He just used the
Oh,
Benny.
that's right. If you use the Benny, it's automatic. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay. Right. Okay. So yes, sir, you are no longer shaken. I will remind you, though, you do have 1 wound.
Yeah.
Dad, it's not a game.
Yay!
I'm not sure what was funnier, the cackling or the admonition.
Both were funnier. Okay. I'm gonna try Trabum Inflammatum, the Withering Wand,
Okay.
on Orloff.
Okay. That's rolling to cast a spell, right?
Just activate it, yeah.
Yep, it's successful.
Okay. 32 Withering to the face. Not literally to the face, but
Is there armor piercing or?
no. So it doesn't do anything. Very little does each have that can do anything against these guys.
So you can see he has a moment where his face kind of looks like he's having a stroke or something. But it lasts a moment and it doesn't seem like it's affected him.
You gave him dry mouth.
Yeah. And I'm done.
That was close. That
That was also near max.
you thought outside the box and you killed the tank. So there's always
I
something.
guess.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd try that exact thing. That might be kind of weird. So where are we? We're on me. All right. So cyborg number 1 is going to roll and is no longer shaken. He's going to try to attack Sveta. And her parry's a 9?
Yes, but she also has a -4.
Right. He misses. He's got that big glowy sword thing, and he swings it right at her, and it kind of seems to bounce off between her and Arthur, and does not hit her. So cyborg number 2 is no longer shaken, and he is going to shoot at. He's going to shoot at Boyani, the guy who's been barking all those orders. And so shooting is that. Whoop. Dip, dip.
You can't hit him because he's got a blue shirt on.
He hits with a raise.
Get up there. Get up there. Get up in your chair. Lay down.
+2.
Lay down.
And then plus that. So
Good boy.
+3, 13. And it's a 16. It bounces off his armor. All right. Orloff. Orloff's shooting you. I'm not even going to roll. He's going to shoot at the guy that's shooting at him. So, okay, so he is going to shoot at you. Bam. -4.
Yep.
Okay, so he hit with an 8, but no raise. And he did 12 points of damage.
Nope.
Mr. Zetich.
It's deflected.
Yep. My armor, does my armor degrade after each shot?
No.
Okay. I'm like running 3 different systems and 2 of them do that. Okay. Yeah, no, 15.
Okay, so you're good.
Yep.
Sveta.
Punch this guy in the throat, Sveta.
So 13, she's going to hit him.
Okay, and I will get the damage. She's gonna spend a Benny to re-roll the damage.
Okay. So I think we're at 4, I think.
That is correct. There we go.
Wow. All right. He is
We'll take
shaken. Her next roll.
11?
That's an 11. She does not hit.
Wait, didn't she just hit with a 10? Oh, 13. I see. Okay. She's the only one able to do damage. She's gonna Benny the roll. God, that's so. She's got to roll a 9 or higher to hit him. Oh, well, all right then. I think as long as it's 12. Is it 12 hit?
12 hits.
Oh, thank God. And she's going to spend another Benny, so I think she's at 2 now. Because that's not enough. That's not enough either.
No, it bounces off. Damage bounces off.
He's going to be like, how am I down to 2? Be like, you're the only one who could hit her, man.
I'm actually kind of sick. I'm actually kind of sick to my stomach. It's just I know how he must be feeling, and I think bennies are going to be the last thing he's worried about.
Yeah, I know.
And so I'm just hoping it's not an heirloom, and I'm hoping that he bought the insurance.
Yeah.
Or actually, the best hope is that they find it.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. So that's the absolute. So, Mr. Z-Teach.
What kind of action is crying in a fetal position? Is that a full round action?
No, that would be a free action.
Okay, free action.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
why is it Z? What?
Who did I just do?
Sveta?
Oh, I got to deal cards.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got lost. I didn't know where I was.
No problem. I was like, what? Where did you get the Z?
Next time, let me have a free
Sorry,
turn.
I'm sorry. It's my bad.
All right, so I recalled all the cards. I shuffled, and now I'm dealing. Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, I think I forgot to do this, and if I didn't, oh well. There you go. So deal 1 card to everybody, 2 there. Shinkansen.
I'll take the 8.
8. Whoop. And put them in order. Bam. All right. D12. 8 misses, Boyani hits, and chain gun hits. So Boyani ricochets off. Ricochets off and ricochets off. Chain gun. Ooh, terrible roll. 1, 3, and 3. Plus, that's 26, and oh, no armor piercing. Ooh, bam! His last shot is a 35.
So he's stunned. Oh, yay.
Just annihilates him with a hail of mini chain gun plasma fire.
Nice.
All right, so
I shout, that man has earned himself a dystopian futuristic milkshake.
Mr. Z-Teach.
Yeah, I posted that now.
Hmm.
I'm gonna tag you in it.
Is a 4 hit with my shooting?
At Orloff?
Yeah.
Yes.
22 does not hit though. We're not enough for damage.
What is her armor piercing? No, no armor
it
piercing.
doesn't. Yeah.
No.
Yep. CC, she's done.
Oh, wait, before you're done. Do
Yeah.
what you said you were going to do before.
I would have had to have.
It's a free action, I said, so.
Yeah,
What?
no. Yeah, get down on the ground.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna do
Because
that.
then you'll at least have cover.
Yep, I'm gonna do that. I thought you were talking about the other thing.
For the crying part, you can
No.
do that for free.
No, the spell.
No, I know. I meant.
Where am I? Oh, it's me.
Unless you just want to go to Sveta's turn.
Bum bum bum. The cyborg with no face walks in the room.
Great. Great sandwich. And somewhere off in the distance, we hear a ding as the rest of our guys come up.
He walks through this door.
Oh, we can't see what door. We're still looking at the picture of the guy.
Oh, right. Sorry. I had to make sure you were properly intimidated.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's coming through the bottom? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, that's all me. Sveta. Sveta will roll to hit with a +3 and miss. We probably ought to save her too.
Yeah.
Although I'd leave it up to you.
Yeah. Let's see what she does on her second attack. That hits. What was that one? I can't see it. 30!
And +2, right?
+2, yes. 32.
Bam. And he is shaken, so that is his first point of damage.
And that would be her turn.
That would be her turn. So now we have Mr. Bullet Train.
I'm going to attempt to do this again. We will slash into one of the crevices and then slash the leg.
He is a mother of a pig, rip him in half.
A 12?
Hits.
Okay, let's see about the second one. 8 misses, correct?
An 8 would miss, yes, sir.
Okay, so let's roll the damage. 18. Oh, I'm going to spend a Benny to re-roll the damage.
Okay.
That's not quite enough. That's 28. Re-roll damage. God.
You went the wrong direction.
Yep, I'm going to spend one more Benny. Come on. Did it do it? I rolled a 12 again.
I'm sorry. A 12
okay.
and a 1.
Yeah. No, twice. Roll 20 doesn't feel random sometimes. I'm done.
All right. Arthur. Arthur is going to swing. What's he swinging?
A mace +3.
And he gets a 6. So he misses. And now I deal cards. I'll give you the queen. All right, so Mr. Shinkansen.
We're gonna try that again, I guess. 20 and an 8. So the
20 and so give yourself a bonus 6.
Perfect. It's not gonna matter unless it explodes.
Really explodes.
No, it's not that bad. It's a 20 and he's like 10. Yeah, and I didn't get that. So, yep, that's my... You know what? I am then going to move 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there.
Okay.
That's my turn.
The 12. The
Quorum of the
Boyani
12.
says, Orloff! Take down Orloff! And so, hit, and hit. So, number 8. Misses. 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 Oh, and then
So those
huh. The plasma minigun shoots Orloff with this hail of plasma fire and actually rocks him off his feet, and he is shaken. With a 36, he amounts of damage. And so Sveta is going to...
she only has a +2 now.
An 11, she misses. And a 6, she misses.
Yep.
Me? Oh, I need to do something here. Oh. You should be able... You can see the guy with no face.
He's down there somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, the no face part was off the map. That's why I couldn't see it. He's going to go there, and he's going to try to punch you.
I do luckily have a -4.
And I rolled a 15.
Oh yeah, that should be one more round.
So he is going to do he hits you for 14 points of damage.
Okay, I'm shaking.
All right. Orloff is going to try to shoot through the thing you're behind. He's really mad that you shot at him. You hear rounds impacting into the thing you're ducked behind, but nothing gets near you.
Okay.
And oh, you know what? I am going to roll this die. Oh, I got a 6. Okay. I realized he was shaken. He might not have done anything, but he did. Okay. Mr. Z-Teach.
Mm-hmm. I've been going back and forth on whether or not I actually wanted to try this again, because I actually have something to roll this time just in case, but I think I'm going to try one more time. Oh wait, is he no longer... Oh, he woke up from being shaken?
He did.
That was ET's pooping himself. I believe an 11 hits. This time I'm shooting at no face.
So wait a minute though. It's not 11. Wait, am I mute? I've been muting myself.
I can hear you.
So you're shooting at Orloff, right?
No.
Oh, you aren't?
No, I was shooting at no face. Should I shoot at Orloff?
Yes.
I've been shooting at Orloff.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
now you've got a plus 1, 2, 3 to hit.
Why
Because
does he
they-
have a +3?
Because they're ganging up on Orloff. That's why I say we've completely forgot about the gang up rule.
And that's
they're
even
all-
if you're shooting?
Yeah. As long as everybody on different initiatives are all attacking the same character.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you'd have a +3 to hit him.
So it's a 14 to hit him.
Oh, yeah, the 11 hits anyway.
Okay.
There.
So yeah, the 11, even the 11 without a bonus, you get a +6.
Okay. Still not enough.
So that's a 28.
I'm gonna reroll that. Well, so I've got a question. I have a plus D6.
Oh yeah,
Does-
roll your
Does a
roll your
reroll?
D6.
Yeah. Roll 1D.
And yeah, the reroll would be for both of them because you're supposed to roll them at the same time theoretically. So that's a
Okay.
25.
So I'm gonna. That's not high enough, right? Based on what we've seen.
No,
Right. Yeah.
that rattles
So I'm gonna.
off.
I'll last Benny that. Reroll damage. Oh, wonderful. And reroll the 1d6.
Oh, man.
Yeah, figures. 29.
Did you move that? The Benny?
I moved it over there.
It landed. I
Here?
tried to delete it, and as I was hitting the delete key, it moved to the right, and now I can't get. Oh, there we go. No, I'm good now. It did something weird. Okay, where are we?
I'm done with my mess up and
29.
expenditure. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're fine.
Arthur. Arthur's going to swing his mighty mace. Wow, he got a 21. Wow, he rolled a 17 for his 6.
That's a good exploding 6.
Are we still? We are. How many wounds? I need to zoom in.
He's got 1.
Okay.
That's why I left.
Yep. So that's 2. Boom. All right. So, deal cards.
Deal cards. Yay, bennies for everybody.
He's going to be excited about his bennies until we tell him.
Yeah. He's got 3 now.
I hate to say this, but I don't think we get bennies for that.
Yeah, you probably don't, but
I'm good for it because I only have 0. But I think when you get it, just you get it.
Yeah, I was being slightly facetious, but then you gave
yeah,
us
I know.
bennies.
I know. I just
We can totally use it.
Mhm.
it was a gift.
I like gifts.
All right. So where are we at? So No Face, I'll start with No Face, is going to swing at Mr. Shinkansen.
Thank God I still have a -4.
And he's going to roll a -1.
I like -1s.
Orloff is going to keep shooting the cabinet because he's really mad that you shot all that stuff at him and roll the exact same dice roll the other guy rolled.
Roll 20s random.
And so, and Cyborg, Mr. Shield Guy, is going to roll. What's his vigor?
It was
right.
insanely high. That's all I remember.
D12.
Yeah.
And rolls a 21. So he is no longer shaken.
I don't know about that.
He is going to. He's going to swing at the only person that's hurt him. And miss with a 0. Orloff, dim. Okay, that's everybody. Okay. The 12.
The 12.
Now,
The 3.
so the first guy to shoot at Orloff is not going to have a bonus.
So the way that you basically, I've been trying to find the answer to that question, and it sounds like everybody kind of.
Or are you
If-
announcing it ahead of
Yeah,
the
What
turn
did
or
you say?
something?
What did you say it was called?
It's called ganging up.
And you're sure it's for shooting? Page 101.
Maximum bonus of 3.
Oh no, they have to be flanking.
Oh, they have to be flanking. Okay.
It's a flanking bonus, essentially.
And it says fighting rolls. Fighting rolls means
Yeah.
hand to hand.
Got it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My fault. We didn't do any damage with it inappropriately, I don't think.
Yeah, well, you got a few. Zetic's got a bonus roll at Orloff, but he didn't do enough damage, so.
Right.
Right.
Right, that's what I mean. I don't think we actually accomplished anything using it, so.
Right. So.
Well, because ZT hit him anyway. Yeah.
All right. So all 3 hit. So multi rifle 8. 18. 13. And 27. Boyani. 18. 19. And 13. Multi-rifle 29, 38, multi-rifle blasts Orloff again with a wave of plasma and rocks him off his feet.
She knows it's a multi-rifle.
And then with his last shot actually does a wound.
Huzzah.
Mr. Shinkansen, please make a vigor roll.
I made a bigger roll.
You did. You are no longer shaken. You are
I
unconcerned.
stride up, and I'm doing a called shot to the face with the katana.
Okay. So -2.
Yep. Come on, big money. No whammies. Does a 9 hit him in the face?
Yes.
So then the damage is 20 with armor piercing 10
So 30.
in his face. Does it do damage or hurt him? Is he scream? Does he say my beautiful face?
He does. There is he does howl in pain and uses his hands to try to push you away.
Well,
narratively, not
right.
game
At
effect-wise.
that point, then I will take the wakizashi and attempt to repeat.
Okay. Hits.
Yay.
Oh, no, that doesn't hit.
No. Okay.
Did you roll an 11 before? You did.
I rolled
yeah.
I rolled an 11 before.
Yeah, no, that does not hit.
I whisper to him. Oh no! Wait, I say the Utani sends their regards, and that's my turn.
Okay. Sveta. 12 plus 2. And I've been forgetting, by the way, she gets, there's her D6, her wild card die. So she hits with an 11. And so if you could hit the damage. No. There's her 12. There's her 6. And that misses. Arthur swings his mighty mace and misses. And Mr. Zetich.
I hope you're getting used to those misses. At Oris, not Oris, at Olaf. I can't see his name right now.
At Orloff. Okay.
Does a 10
you
or a
hit.
10 hit?
You hit and give yourself an extra 6.
I love that you just made him count Olaf.
28. Yeah, I'm gonna Benny that in hopes. Oh, I don't have any Bennies. That's weird.
How do you? I see you have one.
You have one.
No, I used it last time, but it didn't delete it.
Oh, he had the same problem that I had.
Oh, so you're out.
Yep. So no, that doesn't hit.
Okay.
Or it hits, but it doesn't do damage.
All right. I have to recall the cards. I have to shuffle the deck. Deal 1 card. All players. And Mr. Shinkansen wants a queen.
I'll take that queen.
Put it in order. Bam. Mr. Shinkansen.
We're gonna do a little hop up and stab him in the face again with the katana. That seems to be working. I'm gonna Benny that. Which I didn't really want to do, but
By the way, you've put enough katanas through faces.
mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel like what's supposed to be behind a face.
Oh, I figured that was probably the case.
That also misses, by the way.
But that one doesn't. I don't think I'll get enough damage to do anything.
Well,
but
give
we'll
yourself
see.
an extra D6.
Okay. Come on, giant exploding D6. No. 16. Yeah.
Did you roll the Wakizashi?
Yeah, that is the Wakizashi. That's what hit at the 22. I re-rolled the katana and missed again.
Yeah, he turns his face and it slides off the metal part of the back of his skull and doesn't hit him in the fleshy bits.
Yep, that's my action.
Arthur. What's Arthur swinging his mighty mace? And misses. Sveta. An 8 misses. And an 8 misses. Arthur's 12 are going to shoot at no face. Don't hit Orist. Hit. Boyani misses. Okay. Everybody, Boyani's the only miss. So, multi-rifle 8. They all ricochet off. 23. 40. A 23, a 40, and a 28. No face is shaken. Zedich.
Yeah, I don't have any rerolls. I can't trust that. Last shot, then I'm gonna have to reload. Does a 4
That
hit?
hits.
Okay. Yep. And I'll reload. And duck back down. Did we say reloading was a movement or action?
Only for things like grenades and stuff. You're fine.
Okay.
Actually, no, that is an action. So yeah, next turn you won't be able to shoot if you're reloading. I sent you a message.
Okay.
So me. So No Face is going to
Make a vigor. Fail a vigor roll.
pass his vigor,
No, he was supposed to fail it.
and he is going to run. So he is going to go 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. Carrying Orloff.
Did we hear a splash?
There is splish splash, and you're seeing a bright spectral light appear.
And I spend a Benny, and the power
And
goes out.
When
Hold on,
when this back
wait,
part
wait,
is suddenly lit up, you see. What's that?
I spent a Benny
What for?
to influence the plot.
Let me finish the description.
Okay.
Where is the picture I'm looking for? Why can I not find the picture I'm looking for? Oh, that's because it's this one, right? There we go. Right. All right. When the light shows up, you see that at the very back of the stage.
And that's when the power goes out?
And and before I let you use your Benny, everybody is or No Face, Orloff, and the Splugorth are right now at the end of my turn engulfed in this ring of light. And you, sir, have spent a Benny.
And the power goes off?
That's what you're wanting to happen?
That's what I'm wanting to happen. I'm not saying it's off forever, but
why does the power go off?
He wants to prevent them from
No, I know what he's trying to do,
okay.
But I mean, just
we've done some damage to the building and to the
all of these computers in here.
Yeah.
Let me look something up.
Sure. Like I said, I don't expect to be off permanently, but
he wants a chance to actually take down this
bad
guy that we've been fighting for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Um,
I've been saving that one Benny this whole time just for that.
influence the story. This one is entirely up to the game master, who may allow your character to spend a Benny to find an additional clue if you're stuck, come up with some mundane but needed item, or push a non-player character into being a bit more agreeable. Um,
It really is whatever you want it
Yeah,
to be. It doesn't have to be one of those three
it
things.
doesn't have to
So-
work either. I'm
so
trying to
here's what's going to happen. And because of the Benny, I'm going to let you do things. I'm going to describe something and it's not going to be final. I'm going to allow you to do something if you so choose because you've spent the Benny.
Okay.
The light engulfs them. No Face and Orloff run into this light and it expands. You see the Splugorth, and then the light starts to close, and you see the distance. The distance in the you see things in the light starting to get farther away. And now I'll leave. Now you have time to do something.
Just him?
What's that?
Just Mark? Because of the Benny?
No, everybody.
Oh.
Everybody.
Okay. One last, the rest of his PowerPoints, which will be the rest of his PowerPoints. I'm going to make sure I'm within range. I'm within range. Armor piercing mega bolt.
Okay.
Which accidentally hits Sveta, who jumped in there for some reason.
Sveta has a big hammer and has decided that she's going to follow hell or high water.
Oh. Hey man, you only have 2 bennies left, and you're
3.
caught on the moon.
3.
10 to activate, which is a
Add a
raise.
d6.
Well, that's just to activate the spell. I'll add a d6. That's not a problem.
I'll give you a d6.
Okay. That did not add very much.
That did not add very much, but it might be the bit that matters.
Okay, then go to here. It's 5d6. Armor piercing 6. And Z-Cheat says, "No, not this close!" And everything he has pulling from within himself. The rest of his power. Which does not, well, I mean, yeah, it doesn't do anything because it's armor piercing 6, but that's still not very much.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
729 or yeah,
Z-Teach has
29.
been absolutely useless in this entire battle.
I'm sorry.
I have 1 PowerPoint left.
Sveta's yelling, "By Sporog, come, we will get him." and you see them, they're fading away, but it's still open.
Oh, I will take one. I'll drop the swords and grab the gun and line up a shot and shoot. Twice. I don't know how I'm going to get past their...
Is Sveta attacking? Is she close enough? Or is she too far away?
She's trying to jump through the portal and asking you to come join her.
Oh.
That hits. You-
37?
you hit him, and you actually see one of his legs, one of Orloff's legs, blow off.
Didn't he already have 2 wounds? Is that enough to kill him?
He's fading from view. You saw a leg fly off.
Okay, I got one more. Roll damage. 22.
Svetsa's looking at you pleadingly.
Yeah,
We have to get him.
I'm running after.
5.
Archer says, "My men and I will hold the facility."
That's as far as I can make it.
You guys, they wink out of sight, and you guys jump through the portal, and it closes behind you. And you see this.
Oh, Kansas.
You're on a mountaintop, and you could see the remnants as this kind of came. This kind of started coming in to focus, and you can see that Orloff, the Splugorth, and No Face have zipped ahead. That time that they had ahead of you is you've landed behind them, and they've disappeared into the city.
I shoot the city. I'm just kidding.
Svetsa leans on her hammer and she looks behind her, and there's no portal, and she says, "Where are we?"
Kansas.
Is his leg here somewhere?
Yeah, I was actually going to ask that. Did his leg land in the snow in front of us?
His leg did land in the snow in front of you.
Sveta, look, his leg. We can use it to bludgeon him to death.
I might be able to see if I can't use it to help track him.
He started printing in his footsteps in the snow.
Zizi breaks pieces of it out from the parts that cut off and tries using it as a divining rod.
Svetsa looks at you and says, "Where are we? Do you know where we are?" Right at Zetich.
I didn't know where I was when I first landed on your realm. I don't know if this is a different world. I don't know if this is a different world, capital W.
I still feel Sparog, so surely it means I'm still on the same world.
I don't think so. I mean, maybe. But
What time is it? Roughly, looking at the sky and...
You guys, it was evening when you attacked Orloff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just a second. I actually have to do math.
192,000 light years plus 6 hours is...
So that's going to be...
I think we're on a mirror Earth.
Maybe it's Una's Earth.
It looks like it's noon.
That's actually a good question. Zizi's going to close his eyes and feel for the closest ley line.
192,000 light years away.
He just last seasons of Sequest us.
I hope you enjoy spending pennies on PowerPoints, because that's the only way you're recharging, buddy.
You feel them?
Okay, this is Earth.
I'm currently looking for a map.
This is Earth. Well, and Earth. Okay. Where are you?
So, can you make a knowledge roll with at least one raise, Mr. Z teach?
Are you gonna give me one raise?
No.
Common
No.
knowledge?
Yeah.
Or
I'm just saying you're going to require at least.
Wait, how is that even possible? You rolled a 0. I don't think that's possible on a D8. How do you roll a 0?
Well, somehow it thinks you're distracted and fatigued and encumbered.
oh, I'm not shaking anymore. Huh? Yeah, still not a raise.
Yeah, but you're still
not
at
a
minus.
raise.
You're still at -1. Yeah, it's 4 though. You're still at -1 for some reason.
For wound,
Oh,
because I have a wound.
oh,
That gives you a -1?
Yeah.
apparently so. It does say in there distracted, wounds,
Why-
fatigue, and encumbrance.
-1 for every wound, up to 3. If I have more wound capacity than that, 3 is the max.
Wow.
I just looked it up before you hit me.
That's funny. Good thing you looked it up. I think, is that the first time? I think I wounded.
That's the first time Teach has been wounded.
Yeah, I think I've wounded. There's the map I'm looking for.
You've wounded me before.
Yeah,
I have, yeah.
and Sveta a bit.
Yeah.
Zichi
So-
tends to stay back.
So the so you are feeling unusually. You don't see a ley line, but it just seems like the entire area you're in is full of energy. And so right now, you should be earning power at double the rate.
Okay. Wow. Okay. But it feels like a ley line. So do I think that there's a good chance this is Earth,
Um,
or just that the energy is similar?
well, I mean, the question you'd have to ask yourself is, are there ley lines on other planets? Are there ley lines in other dimensions?
Well, as far as I can tell, they're definitely in different dimensions. The dimensions I've been to.
The two you've been to have both had ley lines and ley
Yes.
line energies.
Yes. So as far as I know, that's the case. And while we did track the stars and the planets, it was more of for the purposes of magic and science than it was for imagining somebody might be there one day. So we had no knowledge of aliens or people from other planets.
Okay.
Within the school system, there was probably some kind of secret organization that works with you, Tani.
Yeah. Currently, like I said, it's noon. And so you can't see stars to see if those are normal.
Yep.
Is it cold or is it just snowy?
You seem to be at some kind of altitude, and yes, it's
Well, I mean,
it's snow. But based on what you've been saying, I'm guessing you're looking all around you, and you look down in the city and you don't see snow there. The snow doesn't go far down from the mountain. And you can look and it actually, you think you might be on an island, or at least you can see ocean on a couple sides.
Can we see any peoples?
Looking down in the
Into-
city.
In the city, yeah.
You don't have Farsight anymore, right? That was from your armor?
Oh, that was from my memory, yeah. Yep.
Hey, Z
So,
Teach, can you see down there and see what if there's people or anything?
No, that was part of my armor. I don't have that kind of farsight anymore.
That seems.
I thought you had. I thought you had a pair of the
you have binoculars
I
or
do.
something.
I do.
far binoculars.
Yes, I will pull them out and I will look at the city.
You see a city with a high population. You see, and it
lots of
looks
people.
just like a city. People moving, creatures moving, just like a normal city. You don't see humans.
Well, lots of people. None of them are humans.
Yeah, all DBs, monsters, giants.
Yep. We're definitely in Kansas.
Kansas.
That's about.
Is
the
that
right
some
way to
kind
say
of mystical realm?
No, it's part of the old collapsed United States. I watched a movie once. Anyways, none of these people are human. I think we might have a hard time here. I have a feeling we might be on the Splukorth homeworld. I'm not so sure how good an idea it was to follow through, but we're here now. Let's see what we can find out.
Z-Teach,
Yes.
give me another knowledge roll and roll really good.
That's not one of the ones I do really good. Knowledge. Like, as it stands, I have to max out to get higher.
Huh. Yeah.
I think Zeta has better common knowledge, doesn't she?
Does she?
I think she does, actually.
Because I was the notice, but I can't open it.
Oh,
Weird.
really?
Beta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
I got it.
It is blank when I looked at it, completely blank.
There, I rolled for her just to see.
Yeah, she's got no clue.
No. I rolled a 5, but I don't think that's enough.
Oh, I've been breaking the system.
How so?
My spells, I've been just changing their trapping for whatever I needed it for.
Mm-hmm.
It costs an extra power point to do that.
You cheater.
Yep.
Pumpkin eater. All right, well,
Well, we have no transportation, no local currency, no food, no way to probably talk to any of these people, and we're the aliens now. This is going to go well. Let's walk down. Walk down to the city.
it's 1 a.m. and do
All's
we
not
want to
well.
go ahead and stop here?
Yes, I think so. Hopefully, Chris will be in a better place to be able to play.
I'm thinking happy I found it thoughts,
Yeah, me too.
giving him all the good vibrations and hope and
So for now, thanks everybody for joining us. As always, if you'd like to join us in the future or support us, you can do so by clicking the follow button on Twitch, clicking that subscribe button as well if you're able to become one of our rock stars. On YouTube, hit the like, subscribe, and of course the bell icon to be notified whenever we upload content every single day of the week, Monday through Friday. Or you can head to patreon.com/gamersledge where you can get your name on every show that we do for as little as $1 a month, just like the fine folks scrolling across the screen momentarily, our Patreon and Twitch producers. If you're watching on Bigo Live, you can always donate some beans towards us, or make sure that you hit the follow button there as well, and we appreciate you also. For John, Chris, Daniel, and myself, thanks for watching. Until next time, game on.
game on.
on.